we'll get started. I'm here alone today. Ellen is traveling, and we're just going to talk about a couple different things. And if I'm on the wrong channel, then I'm on the wrong channel. Wouldn't be the first, probably won't be the last. So I'm Kelly Springer, registered dietitian, and I'm the owner of Kelly's Choice, which is a dietitian company. And very excited to talk today about seed oils. I know there's so much talk back and forth about this topic, and I just wanted to put out my 2 cents. You can take it or leave it. But as a registered dietitian, everything is based in science. So people ask me all the time random questions. Like they'll say, what do you think about the blood type diet? Or what do you think about this or that? Or what do you think about seed oils? So what I always have to go back to as a registered dietitian is I have to go back to the science. And what I say to people is, there may be some truth to the blood type diet, but right now in time, we don't have enough research to be able to speak intelligently about that. There isn't enough research to say yes or no to that. So that's where we have to go. And that's what we have to be based on is in the way of science. Okay. So in the way of science, when we talk about seed oils in particular, yes, they may have some omega-6s, which are inflammatory, and that word may sound bad. But the thing is, we should be getting a yin-yang balance in the body. We should have omega-3s, which are anti-inflammatory, and we should get omega-6s in this nice yin-yang balance. The problem is, this is the problem. The problem isn't the seed oils. The problem is that we're getting this many omega-6s in the diet and this many omega-3s. We're not in balance. And this is true across all of our diet in America, is that we are not in balance. We're not getting the right balance of protein and fiber and fat. We're not getting enough balance of our vitamins, minerals, and all those other things and antioxidants. We're not getting a balance here. Okay, so that is the problem. And just calling out one thing in the diet that is the one thing that is toxic and the one thing that is bad for us, or the demonizing of the food, is not necessarily the problem. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's go backwards and how this whole thing came to be. Well, seed oils are mainly in our processed food. So if you go down the snack aisle, for instance, if you're down that snack aisle, you will see almost all of the foods that are there do have seed oil. So, okay, we talk about quality of food. When you talk about a Dorito or a Frito or a baked Lay's or whatever, we're getting a food that doesn't have, like I talked about before, we're missing the protein, we're missing the good, fiber sources, fiber, favorite F word. We're missing this. So basically you're getting this low quality food, then you're throwing in all of the seed oil. And again, we're getting too much seed oil. So it's about the quantity. That is the biggest problem. And also you're quadrupling it with putting in the processed food. Okay. So now we have the processed food, and I'll explain this a little bit better. And I've been able to talk about this in past presentations and things like that as well. But basically what we know is that the carbohydrates are like a giant rainbow of foods. And on one side we have pot of gold, and on the other side we have angry leprechauns with knives. So we have 2 different sides here of what we're getting into. The pot of gold side is going to have our fiber-rich sources, our nutrients, our vitamins. These are carbohydrates, like our fruits and vegetables, our beans, our legumes. These are all things that our bodies are needing. On the flip side, these are the angry leprechauns with knives that are not fueling our bodies. They're not giving us what we need. And these are causing issues in the body. Plus, then we add in seed oils to it, and we have that increase in inflammation. Okay, so this is where understanding and working with registered dietitians and understanding science and looking at research will really help you break through all the noise out there, because there's so much noise. There's so many people talking in this space, but when you break it down to science, it makes more sense. Okay, so let's get into omega-3s versus omega-6 and why this all is. So omega-3 and omega-6 are essential fatty acids. The word essential means that you need to eat them. Your body can't make them. And omega-3s and omega-6s are necessary to keep our bodies functioning. So they do a lot of different things. They do protein synthesis, they help our cells, they help messages in the brain, they help in the immune function. I mean, they literally do a lot in the body. So if we completely cut out omega-6s, even because they have that word inflammation, we truly would be deficient and we wouldn't be able to do the body systems. So I hope that makes sense a little bit. Now, when we break down something like flaxseed oil, okay, so let's break down flaxseed oil. It's a seed oil. It actually has more omega-3s than omega-6. So this is a seed oil that could be actually very beneficial because it's giving you a little bit more of those omega-3s and omega-6. So it's putting you more into an anti-inflammatory situation. Now, like soybean oil, which is used a lot, has a lot more of those omega-6s. And that is an oil that is used because it's inexpensive and it's used in a lot of those packaged foods or snack foods that we have. So this is where we can get into the pro-inflammatory side. So again, understanding food and understanding nutrients and vitamins, but also understanding that these are essential fats. We need to make sure that we're getting them in an equal balance. Now, how do we bring up our omega-3s? How do we bring up quality? Because as a dietitian, I'm here to help you to bring up your good foods. Okay. So let's stop talking about fear. Let's stop talking about toxic and this, that, whatever. How do we fix the problem? The way that we fix the problem is that we bring up our omega-3 fatty acids. And the best way to do that is to get in your fatty fish. So this is like our salmon and mackerel and herring and your sardines, also your tuna fish. Okay, tuna fish isn't as high, but it still has your omega-3s. Okay, so the reason why I said fish is because fish actually goes and eats your algae, eats the ALA, and it converts it into the body as EPA and DHA. Okay, so this is where understanding the difference here, understanding that we want to get in the DHA and EPA. This is going to be more readily available for our bodies to utilize because the fish break down and have the enzyme in it to do the conversion. Now, if we have, like I mentioned, flaxseed and chia seed and walnuts and our good plant-based oils, like our olive oil and our avocado oil, these are also going to bring in our omega-3s. Okay, so this is where, but we have to do the conversion from our ALA to EPA and DHA. So we might be losing a lot of those, just so you understand. But this is where the difference comes in. And this is how we understand the two different things here. So hopefully that makes sense of how we're doing that and where we are with the omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids. So you're not as scared. And I think I'm probably not in the right chat right now because I don't see anyone in here with me and I don't think I can bring anyone in here. But this will be a nice topic that we can get out on LinkedIn. We'll share this video with you to see if if this helps you at all. But I'm here as a dietitian to break down all the things that you're seeing on Instagram, all the things that are out there, and hoping that this makes sense to you. So I'm going to see if I can get on the other chat right now, but I hope that helped. Thanks, everybody.